Hello and welcome to the live event. Whether you know it or not, I'm hosting a live event right here on Facebook, 7:30, and it is 7:29 and odd seconds. So I'm going to give everybody just a couple of minutes to hop on. I am going to talk about coaching, real and raw. You're going to get it all from me. And sorry, I'm sitting on an exercise ball. Because I needed a spot in my house at this time of night that was quiet and where I could get some good lighting. So here's your first raw and real deal. And I have notes, so I'm going to be looking at those because I want to make sure I cover some points in my story. I tend to get a little off track sometimes because I'm pretty passionate about my topics. So thanks for hopping on. Hey, Chris. I'll just give it a little bit more to see if anybody else joins, and I will get started. So whether or not you were checked that you are RSVP'd going or interested in the coaching event, on my like page, I decided that I wanted to just go live here to be able to talk with you guys tonight, do something a little different, and talk about how coaching has changed my life. And how it could potentially change yours too. So I'm just going to get started and talk a little bit about myself. For those of you who don't know me, I do have some new followers. My name is Kathy, and I am a 39-year-old mom of three. I have a great hubby that is super supportive of me in this journey. I work full-time. In addition to 2.5 years ago, I decided to pay it forward and be a Beachbody coach. Hey, Katie. So tonight I just want to get raw and real and talk with you about my journey, my coaching experience, and how much it has changed my life. So rewind back to high school. Let's talk there. I was an athlete. You could say, was one of those girls that had a good metabolism, you could say, because I could drink Mountain Dew. I could eat chocolate chip cookies after basketball practice and wouldn't gain a pound, right? Well, as we all know, as we get older, things change. But I was also that girl in high school who wore a size medium, even though I was like 130 pounds soaking wet. So I had a horrible body image. I was the most self-conscious girl you'd probably ever meet. I wore sweatpants. I wore baggy sweatshirts. To this day, I have my basketball sweatshirt, and I put it on, and my kids are like, "You swim in that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I ordered a size bigger." I had no confidence whatsoever. I didn't want people to look at me. I was so much an introvert, and still am an introvert, although in a different capacity, which I will get to. I never thought much of myself. I had about this much self-worth. Never pretty enough, never smart enough, never good enough, never cute enough, never in with the in crowd, that type of thing. And that carried on through after I was married and after I had kids, and that led to a lot of negative Nelly kind of attitude, always super jealous and envious of what other people had. I would judge people at face value and say, "Oh, her life is perfect, her husband is so great, her kids are so well behaved, she's a size 0, blah 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 blah," right? Have you ever been there? Give me some thumbs up, you guys, or some hearts if you can relate to any of this. And I just want to say too, as a disclaimer, if you have questions, pop them in the comments, and hopefully I can see them, and I will definitely go back after this and answer them. Please, I'm being raw and real here, and I expect you to be too. So I carried that with me for a long time. And as I got older, I've always had a sweet tooth, like major sweet tooth, like to the point where I had problems with my blood sugar. And I'm not diabetic by any means, but sugar really affects my body, and drinking Mountain Dew probably doesn't help. Eating cookies doesn't help. And those bad habits like continued with me until a few years ago. And I couldn't really figure out why I always felt like crap, like literally felt like crap. I had digestive issues. I was always irritable, and when my blood sugar would be blah, 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 like this, I'd get irritable and cranky. And I was not the mom I wanted to be. I was not the wife I wanted to be. I was kind of a loose cannon, and I didn't want people to feel like they needed to walk on eggshells around me, because who wants to be around somebody like that, right? So I'd always worked out, but I did some walking. I never really pushed myself, never really challenged myself. And I found that I would have Monday through Friday, I could eat pretty much healthy, or what I thought was healthy, and I'd work out, and on the weekends I just ate whatever I wanted. So I pretty much erased any work that I did in the time on the weekends in 2 days time. And I don't know if anybody else can you relate to that, like feeling Sunday night like, bleh, I ate too much. Hey Nicole, I ate too much, I drank too much, I did whatever, I was lazy this weekend, only to, start over Monday. So that cycle continued for a long time. So throw in there that this girl has no self-worth and feels pretty crappy about herself. She hates what she sees in the mirror, tells herself she's ugly and fat all of the time. One Sunday night, I had just had enough. Like, I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And you're scrolling through social media, you're watching TV with your family, and ba-boom, I see this post, and it just catches my eye for whatever reason. And it was about a challenge group, and I'm like, what is this challenge group? What is this all about? I want to know more about this. So I messaged this girl, didn't know her from Adam, but I looked at her post, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can so relate to her. And I told her I was going to sleep on it. I wasn't really sure if this was something I wanted to do. So after I went to bed, I laid in bed for 20 minutes, and I messaged her back, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to do this. Like, I need to do something. I need to make a change because what I am doing is not working. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Totally me. Hi, Mary. So long story short, well, not really. Sorry. I tend to gab. So long story short, I joined this challenge group. And I did the PIO program because I wanted something to kind of work on my core, because as moms we have kids and we get like this muffin top, and that was the area I was most self-conscious about. And I'm like, I don't need portion control containers. I don't need that. I know how to eat healthy. But guess what? I did the workouts. I had a little bit of results. I was drinking Shakeology every day because this was this dense superfood nutrition that was going to help me with digestion. And holy cow, within 2 weeks, like, I felt amazing. I felt great. The biggest thing was the support I was getting in this group. And these ladies who I didn't even know, I never met before, and a coach who was like super supportive of me, cheering me on. Like, every single day I could check in here, I was getting positive messages. People were supporting me. People were encouraging me. People were motivating and inspiring to me, like, every day. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, this world exists? This type of community exists? Why the hell isn't everybody doing this? Like, for real. So within 2 weeks, I messaged my coach, and I'm like, I don't know what it takes to be a coach, but I think I want to do this, because if this makes me feel this good after 2 weeks, I know there's other moms out here, other women that feel this way, and I need to tell them about this. Like, this is a secret that should not be kept. So I started coaching, and I remember telling my husband randomly in a conversation at night, I'm like, so I signed up to be a Beachbody coach today, and he's like, oh yeah, what's that? Super supportive, but he didn't have a clue what I was doing. So I educated him about it a little bit, and the thing of it is, he'd seen a change, and my kids had seen a change. Albeit this was 2.5 years ago. So since that time, I just continued to grow and learn and spread the love, really. So I'm checking my notes now. So I decided that I wanted to do this just for the fact of, I just wanted to pay for my Shakeology every month, right? Like, everybody, a common disclaimer I get from people, or a common excuse I get from people, is that, oh, it's too expensive. I thought that too. I was skeptical because I'm not like a health shake person. I didn't want to take a protein shake or a weight loss shake. I tried everything under the sun. I tried every pill, every gimmick, every whatever, and they just made me sicker than shit. And I was not going to put those chemicals into my body anymore, right? You ever felt that way? So I got sick and tired of spending hundreds of dollars on a product that was not working for me. So Shakeology works. Like, quick on-the-go breakfast for a mom, quick lunch, and I don't have to worry that it is going to make me feel like shit later, or that it's too expensive. My husband and I figure it into our budget every single month, and it comes in different flavors, and bonus chocolate, my kids love it. Furthermore, it has helped with my digestive issues. Hey Becky, I don't get sick near as much as I used to. Cravings, holy cow, took a nosedive. I used to crave stuff partially because I was eating sugar, shit, crap, processed food all the time. But the Shakeology also helps with that. Gives me more energy so I can run and keep track of my kids. Most Sunday nights, if you would have stopped me 3 years ago, I was probably on the couch since like 4 o'clock saying, oh, I need a nap, I'm tired. No. Do I need to get to bed early? Yes, but I'm not lethargic, I'm not fatigued. So those things have helped me. In the coaching aspect of it, you guys, people always say to me, how do you have time to do this? You're so busy. You have 3 kids. You're running them to practices and ball games, and you have the regular mom duties in your house, right? Because I don't have a maid. Who has a maid, right? Plus I work full time outside the home. The thing of it is, you guys, when you find something that is a priority in your life and you find something that has that much value, you make time for it. Just like a shower, just like a cup of coffee, it becomes that routine for me. So to check in with my challengers every day is just routine for me. One second. I'm talking so much, I need some water. So part of being a Beachbody coach is reading and personal development. And you hear people talk about personal development and you're like, what the heck is that? I didn't think I ever needed to read a book because I learned all I needed to in school, right? That was part of my bad attitude, negative Nelly. I started reading books, I started learning, I started growing, I started recognizing that I could be whatever I wanted to be. I started to have more confidence. I started to look in the mirror and like the girl that I was seeing because I was more positive. I was being the person that I wanted to be. I always dreamed of being. Like, you visualize what your life is going to be. Married, happily, have all these kids, have a great job, and a great life. You can have those things, you guys. And personal development has helped me have that attitude. So this business, you can make it what you want of it. That's what's awesome about it, is that you don't have to pretend to be somebody that you're not. Hey, Morgan. You get to be yourself. How easy is that, right? You get to design what you do with your business, how much time you put into it, how much you want out of that. You can have hope, vision, and a purpose. Like, all of that stuff to me was so intangible before, so untouchable. And now I realize that I am the creator, and I can create my own destiny. I decide that. Nobody else gets to decide what happens in my life to me, except me. So you can make this business whatever you want of it. What you do is up to you. So one of the things I really like about it is that I get to choose my own hours, right? So for instance, today we decided to take a family fun day, and it's Sunday, right? So I always do a little bit of work in the morning as far as checking in with challengers and getting things ready for the week. But I closed up my computer and we took off for the afternoon. I come back, I do some check-ins there, I do a little bit, half hour, and I'm done. Like, in as little as 1 hour in the day, you guys, you can work this business. 1 hour. I am not kidding you. And in that hour, you are supporting and encouraging and connecting with people who are positive. It's not a job. It is so much fun. Like, I don't even look at this as a job. I wake up each morning and I can't wait to see what my challengers are saying, what things are changing in their lives, what things are going better for them. And you know, not every day is perfect, right? We all have bad days. So on those bad days, we're working through that shit and we are coming up with solutions. How can we make this better? How can tomorrow be better? Because you control your own destiny. We were on vacation last weekend. I could do work from my phone, just like I'm coming to you guys live right now from my phone. So when it gets to be 8 or 8:30 at night, I turn that baby off, airplane mode. I'm done working for the day. I will answer your messages in the morning. And I get back to people. It's that simple. There's an awesome community of support for training and resources. This community is so loving to people they don't even know. I mean, it's so awesome. People I have never met in person before that will reach out to you, that will lend a hand, that will give you tips and tricks to help you with your business. It's awesome. And the best thing is, you guys, I, as your coach, would coach and mentor you. All you have to do is show up and work for it. Super easy. And the biggest thing is, you guys, you don't have to give up on your dreams. I see it as a win-win situation because I get healthy and fit, and I get to help other people do that. And I get to earn a little bit of side money for my family, to take an extra vacation, to put in a savings fund, to put, pay off my student loans. A little extra money each week goes a long way sometimes, because let's be real, finances and money can be a stressor sometimes. It can be a stress for your marriage. It can be a stress on your family. It can just be a general stressor that puts you in a crabby mood, and nobody wants that, right? So you guys, if you have questions, please make sure that you're commenting below or send me a personal message. I would love to talk with you more about coaching, share a little bit more with you. I've been pretty raw and real from the get-go here to share my journey with you. And this is something that I'm not going to change. Like, this isn't something I'm going to turn off once I get to a goal weight. It's never about weight. It's never about a number on the scale for me. And it's not a flipping diet. Like, that's one thing you will see from me, is it's not a diet. This is a lifestyle, you guys, of fitness and nutrition, and best of all, support that I provide to people in private Facebook groups. Hey, Erin, through email, through phone calls, through Zoom calls, through FaceTime. With today's technology, it is totally possible to connect with people. I love connecting with my team once a week through a Zoom call. We're actually doing a free event here in September. If you're interested in that, check out the events page. But I'd love to talk with you more to see if this would be something that would be for you. And if not, that's totally okay too, because this isn't for everybody. I totally get that, and I totally respect that. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great Sunday evening and kick some butt this week. Have a great week. Thanks for tuning in.